Hello and welcome to Mostly Vintage Cameras. This is a Canon AE1 program, and next to it I've got a replacement focusing screen, a focusing screen I. Now Canon did 8 alternative focusing screens for this camera, and I'll list all the various types in the description below. Focusing screen I is intended for high magnification use, so with very telephoto lenses or for example on a microscope. Now one of the main reasons for making this video is I wanted to read a couple of sentences from the instruction leaflet. So let's see what's in the box. These replacement focusing screens, there are still some available second-hand, but they are becoming a little bit rare. Let's just see what's in the box. This should hinge, but this particular one's a little bit broken. So we get our new focus screen and our focus screen changing or removal tool. Note it has a little blue switch on it. There is only one occasion we use the blue switch, so it's very important when you use this tool you hold it by the thumb tab and you don't grip it by the switch, or you'll end up dropping your focus screen on the floor. Now then, let's take a look at this. I'm going to read directly from here because it has some very sage advice. The surface of each focusing screen has been specially treated to transmit the maximum amount of light to the brightness, the maximum amount of light for the brightest possible viewing. To avoid marring its surface, never touch the screen. Let's read that again. Never touch the screen. So the little focusing screen here, never ever touch it with anything. If fingerprints should adhere to its surface, it is impossible to remove them. If the screen becomes dusty, the dust will not affect the pictures, but it may make viewing difficult. To clean the screen, blow off dust with a blower brush, being careful not to touch the screen's surface. Right. So with that out of the way, let's get started. So I want to remove the lens, men's real pin on the side there, very dusty lens by the looks of it. And the first thing we see is there is this little aperture coupling lever. A lot of people will tell you to leave it in a down position. The Canon instructions actually say you should wind on, and when I do wind on, I don't know how well you can see that lever there. It rises up to the top position. When it's down, there is better access into the lens throat. However, I suspect Canon want you to put it up to encourage you to avoid touching the mirror. So not touching the mirror with anything is also super important. And at this point, I think I'm going to swap the lens on the video camera to give you a more close-up view. So this is a closer view of the lens throat. I've also increased the exposure to make the interior look a little bit easier to see. This is the aperture coupling lever I mentioned earlier. Now, one thing you can do is turn the power off, because what you don't want to do is accidentally trip the shutter whilst you're working in the throat of the camera. So now we're going to take our removal tool, holding it correctly. We're going to put it in above this lever, all the way to the back and up. And the tool will sit there quite happily attached to the focusing screen. And at this point we want to press the blue tab, it's the only time we do, and lift that whole thing out. And what you'll find, I'm just going to darken this down a little bit, is the focusing screen is now attached to the removal tool. We're going to get our case that's got the replacement screen in. Place this, note I'm not touching that blue tab. Place it in the case, push down, and it will release the screen. Go to the next screen along, push down, and you'll pick that screen up. Now I don't actually want to change the screen in this, I'm perfectly happy with the standard screen, so I'm going to put that one away. Pick up the original, There we go. And this tool has these two little plastic teeth on them which do flex slightly. So when I put this in, I'm going to go again above that aperture coupling lever and up, and once again it will lock in place. Let's brighten that up a little bit. There we go. And I'm going to push in and down. Not a lot, just about 0.5 millimeter. In and down. And the tool comes out. And there we go, there's the focus screen installed. Pop that away. Pop the lens back on. And you're ready to go. Now I'll be perfectly honest with you, I don't like changing focusing screens. The opportunity to mar the surface is quite significant, but I have changed certainly dozens and maybe as many as 100 over the years, and it's not difficult. Doing it from behind a video camera as I am today does complicate things a little bit, but that's been how to change the focus screen. If you found this useful and you want to see more videos like this, let YouTube know, click subscribe, and then YouTube will know you want to see videos about photography and especially vintage cameras. For now, however, thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. Do have a good day.